Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight for our Village of Alsip board meeting. Today's November 18th, 2019, and we'll call this meeting in order at 7:31. Can you call the roll, please?
Yes. Trustee Dalzell?
Here.
Trustee Zielinski?
Here.
Trustee Juarez?
Here.
Trustee McLaughlin?
Here.
Trustee Murphy?
Here.
Trustee Nava Esparza?
Here.
Mayor Ryan?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could I please ask all the audience members to silence their phones? Thank you.
Obviously, thanks for having all the students out here tonight. I appreciate when all you guys come out to a meeting. I know your schools send you out, and we try to be as entertaining as we can here sometimes, too. So, did everybody get an agenda, all the students? Great. Okay, you guys. We'll start with officers' reports, starting with myself. Just want to let everybody know, this past Saturday, I did attend a town hall meeting hosted by our State Representative Justin Slaughter. Justin, his territory covers, he starts around 95th and Racine, and it comes through the south side of Alsip down to 119th Street, everything going southbound. He was at the 22nd District Police Station on 111th Street. He had a nice presentation that he made, and regarding this year's capital plan on behalf of the state of Illinois. Basically, it was the state budget is what he came out to talk about. Justin's going to come out and make that same presentation here for us. So we're going to schedule that at another date, and Representative Slaughter will come out and go over everything that the state's working on. Also, I talked with our state representatives and senators that represent Alsip, and regarding Senate Bill 3899, which was the casino revenue share, should a South Suburban Casino get built. Originally, Alsip was left off the list and should have been on. We did get the endorsement of the South Suburban Mayors and Managers Association that we belong to, and that discussion is going to be pushed to January when the House reconvenes. Apparently, when the Chicago mayor went down to discuss their plans for the Chicago casino, it kind of pushed the schedule around a little bit. So this isn't really an immediate necessity. The Gaming Commission actually has up to a year to make up their mind on who's going to get a South Suburban casino anyway. So, we are still, they're confident this will be taken care of. Actually, Senator Anthony DeLuca did make the amendment to the original bill. We are included in that bill, and that will be presented back to the House of Representatives at another date. Next, I got an email today from Dan Patlak, who is the Cook County, he's with the Cook County Board of Review. Mr. Patlak sent out an email that we're going to post this on our social media. I'll have it out in the Village Hall as well, too, on our bulletin boards. He says, I'm pleased to announce Worth Township. Again, Alsip is part of Worth Township. There's 15 suburbs involved in Worth Township. I'm pleased to announce Worth Township is now open for assessment appeal at the Board of Review. Starting today, November 18th through December 17th, 2019, my office will be holding 2 property assessment appeal seminars for residents of Worth Township seeking to appeal their 2019 assessment. The seminars include a presentation explaining the appeal procedure and educate taxpayers on how to file a successful appeal. Please see below for the dates and times. You may file a property assessment appeal online by visiting his website. You must have an email address in order to do so. If you filed an appeal online in a previous year and created an account, simply log in, include any of the new evidence you wish to have considered, and submit. I strongly encourage you to create an account when filing online, as there are several benefits, including the ability to log in and view analysis decisions, which provides greater understanding of how a determination is rendered. So the upcoming dates at the township office that's located 116th and Pulaski, 11601 Pulaski, will be at 6 p.m. on December 9th. It's on a Monday night. No registrations required. I actually went to this last year. It's a good presentation that Mr. Patlack puts on. And if for any reason you can't get there on December 9th, the following Wednesday, the preceding Wednesday will be December 11th at the Oak Lawn Village Hall. That's at 9446 Raymond Avenue. Again, at 6 p.m. and no registrations required. I encourage everybody to appeal their taxes. I try to do it all the time. I'm sure most folks do, and it's a good practice to have when you're a homeowner. Also, Mike, I wanted to really acknowledge your team. You guys did a great job today on that clearing out that drainage ditch. That was huge. I mean, I went over there. There's a lot of mess. Mike had a contractor come out and clean out the culvert that follows the bike path over near Apollo Park, behind the Lombard Company. And we had some significant efforts there to unplug some previously plugged drain back there and stuff then too. So maybe we helped alleviate some storm water that was maybe in the particular neighborhood. We'll see. But yeah, a lot of work, and to get that grade all back there was no easy task, and stuff then either, I should say. But no, nice job, Mike. I'm glad you picked out a good crew to do that and stuff then too. I couldn't tell. I saw your trucks all week, with all the garbage all over them and stuff, and that's where I came from. I'm pulling everything out of there too. How long since all that's been all dug out?
Since I've been here.
Really?
I recall it ever being done, so
Okay.
almost 30 years.
Well, I definitely see it as a benefit to the neighborhood. And again, folks, the way that the storm drains used to be designed in all neighborhoods, you didn't have a lot of storm drain. Everybody had those culverts, those swales in front of their house. There's a reason why those are there. And at some point, when those things got filled in or culverts got packed in, which is what holds water these days. So, we went in and they did a nice job of cleaning all that out with a grate all and stuff then too. So, thank you. All right, so that's all I had to report for this evening. We'll go to the clerk's report.
Thank you, Mayor Ryan. Approval of the October 2019 FOIA report. There were 40 requests last month. Approval of the 2020 Village Board and Committee meeting schedule. That was the schedule that we had discussed last week. Approval of the holiday hours for Village Hall. Village Hall, outside of Thanksgiving and the Friday after Thanksgiving being closed, will be closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Village Hall will also be closed on New Year's Day. Normal business hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on New Year's Eve, which is a Tuesday. Approval of the October 2019 motor fuel tax allotment in the amount of $63,889.42. Presentation and approval of the September 16, 2019 Board of Trustees meeting minutes. And then presentation and approval of the September 24th, 2019 and the September 30th, 2019 Special Board of Trustee meeting minutes. And that is all, Mayor Ryan.
Thank you. Sorry, just make a quick note here. Thank you. Next, we had the attorney's report. We have Mike Kankar with us tonight.
No report, sir.
Okay, thank you. Engineer's report, Will Dolan.
The water main along Pulaski Road has been constructed. The service for the development has been installed. They need to connect to it. The remaining services are scheduled for this week, and then we'll get a schedule for restoration. So,
It looked like they did that pretty well. Well, a lot of directional
quick.
boring and stuff.
they started late but went quick.
Yeah, that went well. Are they done now? Whatever. Like you said, just restoration work now. Then?
And services. There's a few
Service.
services they still need to connect.
Okay. We had a situation on the east side of 119th and Pulaski that didn't have a water main on that side of the street, and we felt it necessary to help support a better system in all those businesses over near the Jewel. So hopefully that'll really work to our advantage as we design. Now that loops the water line even better too, then, right? Okay, thank you. Public forum. Did anyone in the audience wish to address the board this evening? Nobody? All right, thank you. Now move on to the standing committee reports. The Finance Committee, Trustee McGlohan.
First, I have a request for approval of a list of payroll dated November 8th, 2019, totaling $399,594.22. Next, I have a request for approval of accounts payable dated November 18th, 2019, In the recap, general fund, $150,548.80. Road and Bridge, $75,629.23. MFT, $524,791.62. Pulaski Road Corridor TIF, $216,112.48. Water and Sewer, $204,487.03. And Heritage, $73,172.39, for a grand total all funds of $1,244,741.55. And that's all I have under Finance, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Next, the Fire Committee report, Trustee Murphy.
First, I have the approval of the Fire Prevention Bureau October 2019 monthly activity report. And second, the approval of the National Fire Incident Reporting System October 2019 monthly activity report. And third, approval of holiday pay in the amount of $53,221 per the collective bargaining agreement contract. And fourth, approval to pay the first half of shift commander, assistant shift commander in the amount of $4,125 per the collective bargaining agreement contract. And finally, the approval to pay the educational stipend of $13,675 per the collective bargaining agreement contract. And that's all I have, sir.
Very good, thank you. Next, the Police and Traffic Safety report, Trustee Dalzell.
There's no report this evening, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Next, the Public Work and Boat Launch, Trustee Juarez.
I have an approval of the October 2019 Public Works Department monthly activity report, and have an approval to purchase one new Volvo L60H front-end loader from Atla Equipment Company at a cost not to exceed $139,800. This unit is priced through the Volvo governmental program. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you. Guys, Public Works, Mike, what's the lead time on that front-end loader?
They said 100 days. However, the one that we have currently, we'll be able to retain until the new one's delivered.
That's great. So we can keep the unit we have until they get ready to deliver the new one.
Correct.
We had, just so that the audience understands too, we've been leasing a front-end loader through the same company. The lease program ended, and they were pushed us into a purchase, which is why we're going into a purchase. We had a really great agreement on that, but it is what it is. And you're going slightly smaller than what we have, but you said it's adequate. Right now, the bucket's too big, actually, is what I heard, right, for the trucks that we have? So it's actually kind of messy trying to load the truck anyway, then, too, so, okay. Next is the Sewer and Water Report, Trustee Nava-Esparza.
Thank you, Mayor. I have approval of the October 2019 Water and Sewer Department monthly activity report. Item 2, approval of REL's design and construction engineering proposal for the Pulaski Road and Springfield Avenue water main looping and replacement at a cost not to exceed $104,000. And that's all I have.
And again, REL is Robinson Engineering. What's the L?
Limited.
Limited? All right. That's fancy. Yeah, but thank you. Yes, this is to design a water main as described, and we have a new business being built at 125th and Springfield, and we need to repair a line at 125th and Pulaski, so this is going to take care of both of those lines. And we were blessed to get easement. Danny, you said we got easement rights then, right? Going through some of the private businesses along the railroad tracks on 125th Street, so that's great. Yes.
Just a reminder that this was a good opportunity, but it was not something that was in the original FY20 budget. So this is the one item that I know of that will probably be coming back as an appropriation ordinance amendment.
Exactly. Thank you. The Building and Health Committee, Trustee Zelinski.
I have approval of the October 2019 Building Department monthly activity report. And also I have the approval of the October 2019 Health Department monthly activity report. That's all I have tonight, Mayor.
Okay. Next is the Human Resource and Insurance Committee, Trustee Murphy.
No report tonight, Mayor.
I did share, Trustee, just at the end of the day today, we did get some new legislation that was recently approved. our attorney Mike Kankar saw it too. And what was that, Mike, the Janus legislation?
Well, yeah, it's about obligations to disclose information and frankly keep information from the public, and I think it's all generated by the Janus decision, which says you can't make people, public sector employees, join unions and pay
and
fair
so
share
forth,
and
right.
that sort of thing.
There's just more reporting, and our HR manager is aware of this, so she's going to be responsible for that then, too. Next is the Economic Development Committee, Trustee Nava Esparza.
No report this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Trustee, I did also, this was kind of a busy day with us today, too. Roger, we talked earlier about the 7-Elevens getting their permits right now.
They are in the process right now.
Okay, so 7-Eleven's getting their permits for new construction at 127th and Pulaski, and the other one was, Trustee, you were in on the email, but as far as the timetable for Riza's restaurant recently, they were originally, they were shooting to close on their property by April of 2020, but they're going to try to get that done by the end of this year.
Yep.
Right. We just sold, the board agreed to sell property to a new restaurant development at 117th and Pulaski next to Taco Bell, and to Riza's restaurant. This is going to be a Persian Mediterranean restaurant getting built there. So that's going to be next year, and looking forward to their investment in our community. Next is the village property report. Trustee Mulgauern.
I have no official report this evening, Mayor. However, I failed to get it on the agenda tonight for approval of the rider language for the heritage leases. So I'll have that back on for committee next week.
No, yeah, we can do that next month. That's fine.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Next, ordinance legislation. Trustee Zelinski.
No report this evening, Mayor.
Okay. IT, Trustee Delzell.
No report, Mayor.
Okay. Planning and zoning and licenses, Trustee Juarez.
I have an approval of a list of licenses dated October 28th through November 11th, 2019. That's all, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Trustees, any presentations, petitions, or communications?
May I?
Yeah.
Just a reminder, because next week is a short week, the draft agenda will be coming out on Tuesday. The final agenda will be coming out on Wednesday because of the holiday. And also as a reminder to please include Tiffany when you are sending in your items, because Ms. O'Donnell will be on vacation for a few days next week.
Folks, I want to remind everybody, December 6th, Friday night from 5:30 till 9 is Holiday in Pulaski. Becky and Erica and their whole committee, they're doing a great job with the Holiday on Pulaski committee. What you call it? Becky, how did it go tonight? I know you had to go out and meet with some of those businesses. Were they very responsive? Very good. We're getting some donations to help us out with costs, which is great. Again, if you folks haven't been to something like this before, quite a few of the businesses between 115th and Pulaski, and maybe as far as how far south are we going, down to like Burger King, so about 121st, are participating in the event. We start off at the night at the Veterans Plaza, lighting a tree over there. We usually have choir helping out with a band. Which band do we have this year? Prairie Junior High Band? Nice. And we have a synthetic ice rink, right, is what we're going to have at the Worth Township Gym. So synthetic ice, and they got skates there and everything else. Everything's free, so please join us 5:30 till 9. No outdoor tent this year, right, for crafters? They're on the inside? Very good. Please join us Friday, December 6th from 5:30 till 9.
And then tree lighting is Monday, December 2nd?
That's right. The tree lighting here at the Village Hall at 6:30. Yes. Trustees, did anybody want to remove anything from the consent agenda?
Yes, I'd like to remove item I.
Aye. All right. Anybody else? Then can I get a motion to establish a consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call number 1 to establish the consent agenda. Reminder, item I as in indigo has been removed. Trustee Dalzell?
Yes.
Trustee Zelinski?
Yes.
Trustee Juarez?
Yes.
Trustee McLaughlin?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Navas Barza?
Yes.
Motion carries to establish.
Motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
Second.
Roll call number 2 to approve the consent agenda. Letter H is approval of a list of payroll dated November 8th, 2019, totaling $399,594.22. And all the other items remain the same. It's just a normal course of business. Roll call number 2 to approve. Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Zelinski.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez.
Yes.
Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Navas Barza.
Yes.
Motion carries to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Thank you. We'll go back to an item that was removed, letter I. The approval of a list of accounts payable dated tonight, November 18th, 2019, totaling $1,244,741.55. Trustee Navas Barza, did you have a question on that?
Well, just a follow-up to discussion that we had in regards to an item on the committee agenda under finance, the Ansel Glink invoices.
Okay.
And so I know that a board member suggested, Trustee Dazell had mentioned about a work product, and have we had any work product delivered to us in regards to like what was decided or what was discussed and so forth, so it can be shared with the board?
Okay. I hadn't received anything. I know, Trustee Dalzell, you asked for it. Trustee Zelinski, did you have
I'm
that?
still working on getting it,
Okay.
When can we expect to kind of have that?
whenever they give it to me.
And so with that, with the trust, I just jotted down some notes for myself, because again, for me to pay another bill if we were to receive something like this, what in the ordinance allows us to, in essence, have a process to allow the board to come to a vote before another expenditure like this is made? Just to kind of refresh the audience memory, the bill in question that I have of concern is the 2019 bill in regards to legislative counsel that was used in the amount of $600. And some of it entailed a FOIA request, which to me are administrative in nature. So why wasn't our village attorney used? And under legislative counsel, how I would interpret it is that as a legislative member, that if I had questions about an ordinance, if I felt like an ordinance was unfair and so forth like that, then I would invoke or use that. But it seems that a lot of the transactions that happened were related perhaps to FOIA. So I'm not sure if our legal counsel can provide guidance to me as a legislative member as to what...
May I speak to that for a moment? Sure. Okay. In the past, for other FOIAs that have been presented to the office when they have involved very confidential, potentially explosive information requests, I have sent those to Kankar's office for review and or answering, probably 3 or 4 different times over the past year. Some things that had involved some safety issues within some of our departments, so I did not feel comfortable reviewing the information to make sure that we were not disclosing too much, so I did use the Kankar Law Firm. This particular FOIA request, there were 2 trustees that requested legislative counsel, so that is why that FOIA request was sent to their legislative counsel. It was just the FOIA request and the cover memo. There were no responsive documents that were sent to Ansel Glink's office for review. I had a conversation with the attorney that was assigned to it, asking for any background information, and I simply told him that I read, he had a copy of the letter where the trustees invoked their legislative counsel, and that is what I had sent them. I did not receive an official response from Ansel Glink.
Also, to answer your question about why the village legal counsel was not used, you can go back to the meeting when legislative council was invoked, and you can hear why. It was stated at that time.
I mean, I attended that, I mean, we were there. And so that's why, I mean, it was said and so forth, but then, again, we still don't know what was decided and so forth, and, you know, to kind of get guidance and so forth like that. That's why I would like to know, like, what's the next steps we can take in regards to ensuring that it's used correctly.
There's an ordinance in place right now where more than one trustee can invoke legal counsel, so that was already answered. The reason why we did it was answered on the night that we did invoke it. So I don't know what other questions you need answered right now.
Do you want me to answer your question?
Please.
I think you're direct. I think, you know, the idea of legislative counsel is not to have a shadow village attorney. It's to be able to access an attorney if you have a question about legislation. I still don't understand what my nephew not butting in when there's a procedure in the rules about how you can appeal the chair's procedural rulings, how that necessitated legislative counsel. That there's a total disconnect on that. You can approve the bills or not approve the bills. It's your call. And if you think there's work product that you want before you approve the bill, you've got a right to demand it like anybody, like any other bill, like the engineer's bill, like my bill, like any bill that goes to the fire or police department.
Thank you.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
And it doesn't, I know where in that ordinance does it say two people can obligate the village to pay a bill. It says they have the right to legislative counsel. I don't have a problem with legislative counsel, but the idea that somehow someone not knowing the rules on how to appeal the mayor's decision on who can speak in a meeting warranted legislative counsel is just, it's lost on me. That's all.
No, and I agree.
Another way of viewing that too, especially for the students that are picking up on what we're saying here, is in a board scenario like this, the board polices itself. Should anything be said in a board meeting, let's say if I say something that the board may disagree with, the board polices itself. The board can appeal the chair, which I've done in years. I've been on this board for 8 years, 6 years as a trustee, 2 years as a mayor. So if I say something that maybe one of the trustees disagrees with, they can certainly request to apply rule number 11, for example. Rule number 11 says that I want to appeal the chair's decision. And at that point, we certainly would allow the clerk to take a roll call to see if my decision is sustained. Does everyone agree with my decision? And if they don't, then we can reconsider whatever I said, and it opens back up to whatever the conversation was. But it's not the job of the village attorney to sit here and police the board. He could see 6 things that might go wrong during a meeting procedurally, but he's not going to stop 6 times and say, well, you were wrong and you're wrong, and you know, that's not his job. You're here to police yourself, and you're here to appeal the decision of the chair should you see fit. I've got rules in my desk. I've read the rules, you know, and there is a book, there's training that you take when you are elected to these positions. You should know these rules and stuff then too. This is more than just parliamentary procedure. It's the rules of how to conduct a good meeting here then too. It's called Robert's Rules of Order. So again, this is for the board to police. I did it once during the previous administration. We appealed the decision of the chair one time and stuff then too. So,
I don't remember.
yeah, no, when I was a trustee, I did. So, no, it can certainly be done, and it is the responsibility of the board to police itself. So, with that, I'd like to go back. You had pulled this question, Trustee Nava-Esparza, the approval of a list of accounts payable. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize before I read this. Was there any other questions? Okay. Approval of a list of accounts payable dated November 18th, 2019, totaling $1,244,741.55. If we wish to approve this, I need a motion and a second, please.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Roll call number 3 to approve item I, approval of a list of accounts payable dated November 18th, 2019, totaling $1,244,741.55. Again, this is roll call number 3. Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Zelinski.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez.
Yes.
Trustee McGlohan.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Navas Barza.
Yes.
Motion carries to approve the accounts payable.
Thank you very much. Next, was there anybody have any unfinished business? Any new business? Then I need to request to go in, we're going to adjourn then to closed session.
Mayor, motion that we adjourn to closed session, discuss litigation when action against, affecting, or on behalf of a particular public body has been filed and is pending before court or administrative tribunal, or when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent, in which case the basis for the finding shall be recorded and entered into the minutes of the closed meeting pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2 C11.
I need a motion and a second, please.
Trustee
that is my
Dalzell made
motion.
the
I'm sorry,
Second.
sorry.
I'm sorry, in the second?
Me.
Thank you, Trustee McGlohan. Roll call number 4 to adjourn to closed session for litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of a particular public body has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal, or when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent, in which case the basis for the finding shall be recorded and entered into the minutes of the closed meeting pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2, Chapter 11. Again, roll call number 4 to adjourn to closed session. Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Zelinski.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez.
Yes.
Trustee McGlohan.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Navas Barza.
Yes.
Motion carries to adjourn to closed session. We will be adjourning at 8:03 p.m.
Also, to everybody in the room, students and so forth, we do YouTube all these meetings. There's actually a camera faced on us. It's not on you. It's up in the ceiling here. So should you ever want to go back and look at this meeting again, you just punch in this date on YouTube at Village of Alsip Board Meeting with the date. You can watch this meeting again if you need to go back and take notes. So otherwise, we're going to adjourn to closed session, as the clerk said. Should you need signatures on your sheets for your teachers, please come on up. Anybody can sign for you, okay?